want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
Following you back. If you're a black girl and you heart it, I'm following you back. Like, and they keep saying, if you're a black girl, then I'll follow you back. If you're a black girl, I'll follow you back. Why you gotta be black? Like, make it make sense. Like, why can't we be women in our women community empowering our black women?
Rose, so you're upset because black women who were speaking to black women, who were calling upon black women to follow black women, did not center white women, were not speaking to white women, and were creating a space for black women. You're mad. This is what we mean when black people can't have nothing. We weren't even talking to y'all, and you have managed to try to center yourself. But if you really want another reason why we cannot join as women, it's because white women in 2022 saw Roe v. Wade get overturned and voted against their best interests for the woman collective. It's because white women in 2020 decided to vote against their interests when it came to women as a collective. It's because in 2016 and 2012, white women chose not to side with women of color, especially black women. That's why we don't unify. But lastly, I would like to remind you that black women are not your mules. You can't get your following up. It's not black women's job to do that for you. We out here put in the work. You should learn to do the same. So to black women from a black woman, if you like this page, please hit the heart and the follow, and I'll do one for you too.
Not only have white women and majorities of white women voted Republican for the better part of 70 years, white women have taken an active role in the maintenance of white supremacy.
So, as you were able to clearly hear, the ally that was directly in the video was stating that, yo, it's wrong for black women to, in a sense, segregate themselves and to make a space for themselves and to just only want to, be around each other, share stories with each other, uplift each other, create a safe space for each other. Why can't it just be all of us? Why can't it just be women empowering? And then she went back, she was like, why can't it just be women empowering our black women? See that type of possessiveness when she was like our. It's a little bit funny how that works, and this is when I tell people that words are important. And this is the other thing that I told black people, particularly before, that the moment in time that black people decide that they want a space for themselves, they just want to be away from everybody else just to breathe and collect and to just talk and to just, like laugh, cry, whatever it is. We want to be away from everybody else. We want to do our own thing. This is when they will start showing up at the door. First, they will start knocking, then they'll start banging, then they'll just kick it all the way down. And that's, in a sense, what she was trying to do. She was trying to all women matter that whole situation when it dealt with black women on TikTok, just trying to, get other black women together just to do something. Right? Maybe they wanted to, talk about what it is that black women have to go through, what they have to face in the workplace, all this other. Maybe that's what they wanted to do. That has nothing to do with every other group of women, because every other group of women out here does not face the exact same difficulties and problems in society that black women have to sit up there and face. But yet again, going directly back to black women, this is your ally. This is who you decided to align with. This is who was given to you after, right? The black man was destroyed, taken down back during the Black Panther era. Like I said, go back, do your research, and see specifically what it is that took place, and see how the divide and conquer basically happened, and what has now led from there to the point that we are at now. Look at what happened. Look at how everything has transpired. And then when you look at all of the things that have taken place that have been both aimed at black men and at black women, and then the community as a whole, and how that whole thing has led to a type of, I guess you could say, conquering, right? But it's not a full fledged conquering. There's another word, directly for it, right? But, anyways, somebody will probably write in the comment section. But it led to, that basically taking place, a slight covering, right? A slight ownership. Like I said, I'm still trying to get the word together. But but if you compare what took place with black men, black women, and the community as a whole, and then look at how everybody else has been doing without that necessarily taking place, you'll see how it was a targeted attack that specifically took place, and how everything that they gave to black women has led to this moment in time where black women are still, in a sense, being told that, you know, Caucasians have a type of ownership, I mean partnership, um, with them. When realistically that just is not the case at all. And like I said, that's one of the main things I've been trying to get through to people for the longest time, but people don't want to listen. So now here we are, where continuously, this is about the umpteenth time that I have covered the story of a Caucasian woman literally trying to call on black women to be equal instead of trying to focus on themselves. I did a video on a previous Caucasian woman that was trying to state, why is it that black women don't want to come out and show when it deals with you know women's productive rights, right? And she was like, hey, black women, it's not right for you to hide your fire extinguishers when we need them. We should work together, we're in this together, yada yada yada. But what did the black woman in the video basically tell you? She gave you hard cold truth and facts. She sat up there and told you that, yo, y'all are supposedly allies, but you voted against your best interest every single time, and you kept doing it. So again, how is it possible that y'all still follow these women and the things that they have, in a sense, handed to y'all by way of the government in order to separate you from the black man? How? Because the moment in time that there's any type of weakness in their power structure, they're like, "Oh, I got you. I'm gonna sit up there and go to a black woman down the street, and I'm about to patch this up real quick. We gonna have this little crack fixed." That's all they doing. That's all they're doing, because they're losing on their end from both sides, dealing with the men and dealing with their own women, and they need somebody to get energy from, to basically try to band-aid the wound that is gaping at this moment in time. And this is when they always rely on black women to do it. And this is because, and black women will do it and technically still technically continue to do it, due to the fact of everything that has transpired, especially yet again going back with the beginning, with the divide that initially took place. Because before all of this, before any of the social media, before all of this rhetoric and all these echo chambers even came forth, go back to the days of the Black Panther Party and the black man and the black woman. And even before then, go back to those days of the black man and the black woman. And look how it was that we were together. Look how it was that we were doing great. Look how it was that we were saving money, sharing money, working with the community, helping the community, benefiting the community, healing the community, building more communities, having more ownership. We were doing so much great stuff, and we did not need the help of anybody. The black woman didn't need help from anybody, because she was literally doing it alongside with her husband. She was doing it literally alongside with her sisters or other black women in the family, or in the community. There was a multitude of avenues that black women literally went to that had nothing to do with nobody else from another ethnicity, that they were able to get things done. But then supernaturally, something came along where they were like, hey, The problems that we're dealing with here with Brad, you guys are dealing with that exact same thing with the black man. I actually think it's a bit worse as well. And here we have it. And here we have it. The main thing that I'm going to leave off on this: if at any point in time that a culture, that a group wants to conquer a culture or an area, they're going to take out the men as much as possible by any means necessary. And then it's open season directly for the women because the women are not going to have any type of defense. It don't matter if it's physical, don't matter if it's psychological, don't matter if it's a financial structure, don't matter if it is a law structure. The women, 9 times out of 10, are not going to have a defense against whatever any conquering men want to do. So, like I said before, feminism is something.